Welcome everybody, my name is Radek and today I'll be showing you how to use cross-vista testing within the SmartBranch server. Let's say we have a project that already has been forked from production to test. Somebody's working on feature 1 on dev 1 server, and I'll be working on my different feature on dev 2 server. So let's start by forking the assets that I need. So let's say I will be working on a flow service. Let's call it dev2. Let's map it to my dev2 integration, WebMethods.io integration tenant. And let's deploy that branch to my live tenant. Right now the tenant is empty, but in a couple of moments the service that we'll be working on will appear here, right? So let's wait for the deployment to finish. What SmartBranch server does, it takes the forked service and any dependent services that are required and deploys them to the target. Okay, it's done. Let's see. Let's refresh. Okay, my service is there. So let's do some development. Let's disable this part, right? I'm doing something into the service, saving. But before that, let me add the test that I already prepared before. And we run this test automatically. And based on the test result, we will either move the change up to production or we'll redo the change. So let's add the test into the test environment branch. So let's add a new component. Let's point it to the testing framework that's embedded. Let's filter out all that's not necessary and leave only that. Okay, so this is my test that I prepared before. It is basic test that checks whether the expected inputs are the same as expected, as actual inputs, and expected outputs are as actual outputs. So let's add that to the branch. While we're doing that, we can check my development branch if it's in sync. Hopefully not, and because we did the change, we'll commit that change to my branch, and then we move that branch to that change from my dev2 branch to test branch, and in test automatically test it, and depends on the test results, we'll know whether my development was good or not. So let's commit it to the dev2. Yes, this is the change that we did. Let's verify it. Yep, I have disabled the one of the steps, right? Commit to branch. As you noticed, there is a new arrow here suggesting that that there is a change needs to be moved from test to production. That's expected because we just added test to test environment to test branch. So there is something new that doesn't exist in production, but let's not worry about that at this point. Okay, so we have committed the changes. As you can see, the bottom disk changed, color of the disk changed to green, which means now, again, the branch is in sync with live system, but the branch is still not in sync because now we need to we need to indicate that we have finished our development. So we set the branch to integrated, and only at this point we can move the change to test branch. As you noticed, there has been a slightly change of there's a new icon here, which suggests there is a weak conflict. Somebody working in dev1 environment might be not explicitly using the increment number service, but maybe it's a dependency. We don't know. but the change is indicated here as expected. This is a weak conflict because it's not the direct conflict. So both branches have the developers on both branches doesn't work on the same asset, but a dependency. So that's something that we might do address later on, but we cover that on the different videos. So let's now move our change that we did from dev2 to test. Okay. So let's integrate it. Upon integration, what SmartBranch will do, it will take the change, only the delta to the service from dev2, move it to test, deploy that change to test environment, run associated tests, and depending on the test results, we'll know whether the test was successful or not. So let's wait a couple of moments here. Okay, the test failed. Let's see. The expected output was 3, and we broke the service, so it's null, so it's not good. Okay. What we can do now? As you can see, there is also an indication that there is a bug. There is a bug icon here. What we can do right now? We need to go to dev2 branch, fix the service, commit it again. Let's do so. So let's uncomment that because this was the problem, and we can also add something else. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we fix the service, and let's do the commit again. The SmartBranch server will get another change. Yep. Commit to branch. Commit to branch. Yep. Again, let me quickly explain what happened here. You might see this arrow pointing to the 1. It means that there has been a change in the service that we did, and the developer 1 should pull the changes from test environment and update his service on his environment. Okay, we finished the development. Let's move it to test again, test it again, and see the result now. Hopefully this time I did a better job in flow development, and the test will be successful. After, of course, the SmartBranch server deploys my change and runs the test again. Okay, let's see. Yep, deploying, running test cases, and this time the test passed, so the expected values and actual are the same, and we can move our changes up to UAT production, whatever we have after test. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and please check the other videos we have.